Creating a dropshipping store can be quite challenging. I've been there myself and know how daunting it is not knowing where to start. That's why I've gone ahead and created a step-by-step tutorial on how to create your very own Shopify dropshipping store. Through this exact method, my very own store did multiple six figures just this year. By the end of this video, you'll have your very own Shopify dropshipping business ready to go. Also, if you get this video to over 100 likes, I'll drop a video with 10 products you can sell right now, which are making over thousands of dollars in e-commerce. Let's get straight into the value now. As you guys can see right now, we are currently on the Shopify's homepage. This is where we actually go ahead and create our store. So if you're not familiar with it, you get a 14-day free trial with every single brand new Shopify store. So if you're smart enough, you can actually go ahead and create your store within these 14 days, run your ads, and if the product doesn't perform well, you can shut down your store within those 40 days and you won't have to pay anything. So it's quite good with that thing with Shopify. So over here, I'm gonna put in my email address and basically my password. Make sure to create like a separate brand new email address for your Shopify store. Keep it separate to your personal emails and keep one email per Shopify store. So I'm just gonna fill out these details. Go on ahead and add in my details and you click on create your store. So this basically takes you to like a, this is where your store is created. Okay, perfect. Let's just, select anything, doesn't really matter. You guys can put anything you like. Let's just say electronics and you can click on next. This step requires us to fill in our personal details. This is basically how, these are the details which Shopify Payments uses, to actually pay you after you get orders. To make sure, you guys put in correct details, which are accurate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in my details and I'll see you at the next step. In your details, you click on enter my store. I've actually zoomed in so that, you guys can't see my personal details, but click on enter my store. And now this is what takes us to the next step. So as you guys can see, now we're on the Shopify dashboard. This is basically, where you guys will be creating, you will be adding in your products. This is basically, what we will be using to work on. So before we, you move to the next step, I'm just going to select a plan. So this, you guys don't have to do this straight away. I would recommend choosing this plan, the basic plan, which is self-sufficient at the start, monthly. I'm just gonna link it with my PayPal email address. The best thing about Shopify is, even though it won't bill us till by the time our trial is over, so it's gonna bill you after 14 days. So you can start your plan and make sure that if you don't plan to continue with this store, you can turn it off. As you can see, now we're on the home page. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna download a couple of applications which will allow us to download import products from Aliexpress. So you go into apps and you click on visit the Shopify store, and then you type in Oberlo. This is the first app you guys need to download. This app allows you to import products from Aliexpress onto your Shopify store, and after you get orders for your specific products which you're selling, you can actually fulfill it via Oberlo as well. So you click on install application. Oberlo, you'll also have to create like an account, so make sure to just use the same details which you guys used, same email address as what you use with Shopify. So as you can see, this is now we are on Oberlo. So now we will be importing the product which we plan on selling from Aliexpress to our Oberlo to then our Shopify store. So for us to do that, you need to click on import list. This is basically where you add in the link from the Aliexpress. This is a product which I plan on selling for the purpose of this tutorial video. So this is a product which I will be importing. So you just go into the URL, just copy it, and you basically add the product URL over here and click on add product. So automatically this product would be added to the Oberlo store. So as you can see, the product has been imported to our Oberlo store. What we do then is basically change the title or the product name. So in my case, I'll just name it the Mood Octo. And for your description, make sure to actually delete all of this For variants over here, you can actually select the variants you would like to be imported. So I don't want all these variants. I'll just select the variants I want to be imported. So for us to do that, you just select over here. So let's just say, let's untick them all and let's start selecting the ones we want. So I'm just gonna select a couple random ones over here. Let's just do dark gray. Okay, perfect. So these are the ones which I've decided that I'm gonna be I want, these are the variants which I want to sell. So if you're selling a clothing item, you can select the variants you want to be imported. Don't worry about the price. We will be updating this directly in Shopify. Regarding the images, you can actually select which images you want to import. So I'll just leave it as it is, and you then click on import to store. So what Oberlo basically does is, it would automatically create that product on your Shopify store, so you won't have to manually create over there. So you just click on add product on Shopify. So as you guys can see, the product which we had selected has actually been imported directly to our Shopify store. So for us to verify that, you can click on home, you can go on products, and this is, as you can see, this is a product. So you just click on the product. A couple of things which you need to do over here is basically firstly update the price. So for us to do that, you click on select all, open bulk editor. This is basically where you can update the price. So let's just say I want to sell this product for $29.99 and I want to compare at price. Let's just make it 50% off. So let's just put it at $60. So save. So automatically for all your variants, the price would be updated, so you won't have to manually update the price individually. So as you can see, the price has been updated. I've gone ahead and created a product description in my own time, which I'm just going to copy and paste it over here. So as you guys can see, you just create your description and write it up here, and after your description is all done, click on save. Perfect. So when you click on preview, you can actually see, ignore this ugly theme for right now. This is a very basic Shopify theme which comes for free. So this is all done. As you can see, this is the product description for you. Perfect. Next thing which we'll be doing is we'll be updating our Shopify theme so that it doesn't look that ugly. So what the theme we'll be using is basically called Debutify. This is a free theme. I'm in no way whatsoever associated with any of these products and all these applications which I'll be mentioning today, such as Oberlo, Debutify, and Vitals app, which I'll be showing you down the line. So there's no such. These are the themes, these are the products which I truly use. That's why I'm recommending it to you guys. So for us to go to you actually go to this website, debutify.com, and you click on free download now. So basically you put in your email address and password, enter your name and email address, and this theme is basically, you can actually download it. So what I've done is I've actually downloaded it myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and actually upload my theme. So for us to do that, you click on upload zip file, and then you click on add file, then you go on downloads, and I've actually created my theme right here. So it's as simple as that, guys. So you basically download the theme for free from the website, and then you can go ahead to your Shopify store and upload the theme for. So as you guys can see, the theme has actually automatically uploaded. So you go on actions, you click on publish. So what it does is it basically publishes your theme and makes it your primary theme, and then you go on to customize. Now this is basically where we will be customizing your theme to make it look nice and fancy, so that it stands out from your competitors and from your other people. So basically this is basically a theme customizer. This is where we customize our theme. So the first thing which we need to do is actually update the logo. So I usually instead of purchasing a logo, I actually go on canva.com, and that's where I create my logo. So as you guys can see, I'm currently on canva.com. For us to create our logo for free, this is the best website you guys can access. So you click on create a design, click on custom. For dimension, you're going to use 800 by 200, and you click on create new design. So this is basically, where, this is the format styling you use for our logos. I'd actually like to keep my logos quite simple and quite, clean, so that, they actually, attract people. I don't want anything, super fancy. So my logos, I usually use the font Montserrat Semi, and for, the font size, I usually keep it at 36. So what, for our logos, make sure guys, you're keeping it quite simple. So I'm just gonna just literally type in the name of our brand slash, the product which we are selling. So the Mood Octo. And what I'll do is I'll keep these two. Perfect. So this is the logo for our store, quite simple and clean. We'll just download it as it is. So let's just click on download. As you can see, the logo is being downloaded. Perfect. Downloading, the logo which we just created from, canva.com. You actually go to this website called remove.bg. This is basically where, you can remove the background for your logo. This is the website I use. It's completely free. So as you can see, they make the logo transparent, which is what is needed for our Shopify theme. So you click on download. As you can see, the logo is with the transparent background is downloaded. Then you go into your Shopify store, you go on header, and this is basically where you select your image. So you click on select image, and you just upload your logo with transparent background. I've already uploaded mine, so I'm just gonna upload this. So you upload your specific logo over here, and then for the transparent header logo, you select the exact same thing. So as you guys can see, the logo is now coming up quite well, and it's quite clean on our Shopify store. So now that we have designed our logo and uploaded it onto our Shopify store, we'll be working on to customizing the front page or the home page for our website to make it look nice and make it stand out. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually upload a image over here. So for us to do that, you go on welcome, you go into the welcome slide, you select an image. So what I've done is I've already uploaded this image which I found somewhere online. So what you guys need to do is, whatever the product you are selling, find a couple of pictures online on Google or through your supplier via Aliexpress, and make sure to make sure they're compatible with all the Shopify sizing, and then start uploading it. What we'll do is I'll save this over here. Make sure guys you're saving consistently after you're doing all your work, and start updating all this wording over here. We don't want welcome and all this irrelevant stuff here. So this is basically the button label. So over here we can link the product which we're selling. So I'm just gonna the Mood Octo. Get yours now sounds a bit more sophisticated than Shop Now, so I just like keeping it there. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and start putting in some headings. So what I've done is, for the purpose of this video, I've actually written down my descriptions and headings earlier so that it doesn't take too much time. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to show you how it looks like on a mobile phone layout. Okay, it looks pretty good to me. So let's just save it. In the example product, you go onto the you select the product, which you're selling. So in my case, it would be the mood octo. Leave it as it is. Subscribe to newsletter. Save. 20. So over here, I'm going to start, updating all this information over here. So as you guys can see, I've gone ahead and updated all the text over here. So it reflects on our Shopify store. So I've put in 10,000 plus customer service, free delivery, 100% satisfaction guaranteed, and 30-day money back guarantee. So make sure you guys have all these different types of, guarantees on your store. It makes your store look more legit and more branded. Make sure to press save after, you complete all your work. So let's just see how it looks so far. So as you can see, this is the front page. Featured content, we'll get rid of this part over here. We don't need this. This is the product, actual product itself, and this is subscribe to our newsletter, about our brand. And then you actually go on to, let's just add one more section over here, which I think would stand out. So you go on to featured image with text, select. I'm gonna upload this image from my thing. So I usually like to have a couple of things on the front page. It doesn't have to be super fancy, but make sure guys it's got the sufficient information. So make sure to press select. Let's keep it over here. The alignment to the right, and then perfect. So as you guys can see, I've gone ahead and updated my text over here to make it, look nice and fancy. So I'm gonna go ahead and click save. So let's just see how it looks. So far it looks pretty clean. This part over here is totally optional. Let's just see how it looks on a mobile phone, because that's where majority of our customers would be buying our products from. So let's just see how it looks. Looks pretty clean to me. It's got all of our important details which is needed. Let's just maybe change this part over here. Okay, perfect. It looks far better now. So now let's start updating all this information over here. So for us to do that, we need to go on to footer. So now let's just start updating all the information in our footer. Guys, it's quite crucial to actually have this information updated. So about us, you can just write down anything you guys want about your brand or about the product you're selling. Make sure you update the email address. So let's just say support at the moodocto.com. Put in any phone number. This is basically a share store details promotions. You can have basically any text you want over here. I usually like to keep it blank in this case. So that's about it. Let's just get rid of subscribe to our newsletter, because we already have one over here, so we don't need it over here. So we'll just get rid of it. Remove block. For the follow us, this is basically all of our social links. You can go ahead and start updating your links if you want. That's not a problem. Perfect. And you can select whether you want to keep your payment icons over here or not. So I'd like to keep them on, so I'll leave it as it is. Perfect. So what we will do now is basically update the colors for our store. As you guys can see, our logo is in blue color, but then our buttons are all purple. So guys, we got to make sure all our colors are are matching with our logo, and they're we're using the same color scheme. So for us to do that, you go into theme settings, you go into colors, and for your buttons, I'm gonna use the same blue which I used in my logo, and I'll update all the buttons so to make it look same as the brand, and basically have that same color palette all across. So as you guys can see, for the sales tag, I actually like to keep it red, as you guys can see, to make it look attractive. And then again, for the buttons over here, we'll update it to the blue. Perfect. So as you guys can look, it looks pretty clean. So let's just press save. Second thing which we're gonna basically make sure that we update is basically the font, and the font we will be using is Open Sans. And you click select. As you guys can see, the font has been updated for our Shopify store. So as you can see, it's Open Sans across the store. So you click save. And lastly, for us to update our social links over here, you need to come here and start adding in the link to your Facebook page, your Instagram account, your Pinterest account. So you do it all over here. I'm going to skip this part for now. Basically, go ahead and actually update the colors on our checkout page. So for us to do that, you're going to checkout and start updating the accents over here with the ones which we have used on the home page. To basically make sure it's all standard across the board. Click on save, and as you guys can see now, basically we have customized our theme, and we have made sure that it looks nice and clean, and it stands out from all our competitors. We'll start working on the pages and actually the contact us page for your store. So all these different types of pages. So for us to do that, you need to go on to pages over here on your Shopify dashboard. Click on add page. You can name it, let's just do contact us first. And over here, you can, type in all the descriptions. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and created this template for my contact us and about us pages, which I'll be showing you guys. So for contact us, we can just copy and paste this. So what you guys need to do is basically change the brand name over here to your specific store, and I put in your support email address. So this is basically where customers can come into your website and start, if they need any sort of help, or if they have any sort of inquiry about your product, this is where they can reach out to that email address. So keep it separate from your Shopify email address, so make sure. So click on save. As you can see, this page is all good to go. And last thing you can do is, for your theme template, make sure it's on contact, so that it creates a contact us form. So I'll show you how the page looks like. As you guys can see, this is what your page will look like with the contact us form. Perfect. So now the second page which we'll create is about us. This is basically a brand did sort of thing. So this is basically a template I like to use for my about us pages. You can actually customize it to according to your specific product and your specific brand, but this is something which I like to base my about us page on. It makes it look quite legit and quite authentic, and it doesn't look like a standard dropshipping store. So this is the template I actually use. So let's just save this for now. Perfect. So now we will be doing some more pages, legal pages for your Shopify store. These are basically the pages such as privacy policy, terms of service, and return policy. These are quite essential to have on your Shopify store. Make sure you guys listen to this step and do it correctly. So for us to do that, you click on settings, and then you go into legal. As you guys can see, quite a good thing about Shopify is it's got a template for all the refund, privacy policy, and terms of service. So for us to do that, you just create from template. As you can see, it automatically generates a refund policy for you, and you do the exact same thing for your privacy policy, and then finally for your terms of service. So as you guys can see, you don't need to do anything with these policies. You just come to Shopify, generate these, and you click on save. So what we'll do now is we'll basically copy and paste these policies from this legal page onto our Shopify page. So for us to do that, first you go into pages. I like to work in two separate tabs when I'm doing this. So let's just do terms of service first. Perfect. Then you go onto your terms and service over here, copy it all, and then you can just paste it. Perfect. Now you go back and do the same thing for your other pages, so such as your refund policy. And finally for your privacy policy. You have created all your pages. This is what your pages should look like. You should have a privacy policy, refund policy, terms of service, about us, and a contact us. Now for the next part, you actually go into navigation. Now this is basically where we are setting up the links for your Shopify store. So firstly, go to the main menu, go into catalog, and you actually just update it with the product name, the mood octa, and you just select the specific product you're selling. Gone ahead and updated the menu items with the mood octa. That's the product link over there. The main menu link with the product link. Second menu item which I'm going to add is basically a about us page. So over here you go to the pages, about us, and then you click save. See, the about us page is showing up as well now, so you just click on save menu and you press save. Now we'll update the footer menu, which is basically the one on the bottom. First one will be privacy policy, so you click add, then you add the refund policy and you click add. Terms of service, and finally contact us. Perfect. Then you click on save menu and you go back to the navigation part. So as you can see, this is how your navigation should look like. It should have the main menu, which should have your home, your product link directly, and then about us. And then your footer link should basically have your privacy policy, refund policy, terms of service, and your contact us page. Show you how it should look like once you have fixed your navigation and your pages. So as you can see on the very top, the home menu, you can see the products links are coming up quite well, and the very bottom, your privacy policy, refund policy, terms of service, and contact us page is showing up as well. So this is what it should like after you have done your navigation and your pages correctly. Now let's go ahead and actually start updating the shipping rates for your Shopify store. So for us to do that, go into settings, go into shipping and delete. First thing we need to do when it comes to this is basically delete any shipping zones you guys have in place already. So you click on save, and now you start creating your shipping zones from start. So I actually like to call this one T5. This is basically the top 5 countries where you'd mostly be selling your products, most likely be selling your products to. So that would be Australia, United States, United Kingdom, Canada, and finally New Zealand. Done. You click on save, and now you create shipping rates for these countries. So the first one I like to do is a standard shipping, which is for free obviously. And the second one I like to do is actually, this is a cheeky trick, it's called the priority plus insured, and I usually like to do that for $3.95. This is basically more of an upsell which I like to use, and you guys would be surprised that 30% of the customers actually end up choosing priority plus insured, which ends up being an extra $395 for literally nothing. So you click on save, and then finally you go ahead and create a shipping zone for the rest of the world. And for this over here, you can keep whatever shipping rate you want to keep. So for standard shipping, you can just do free, and then priority push ensured, you can, because the cost a little higher for these countries, you can do, for example, $7.95, depending on how much the product is costing you to ship to these countries. So this is how I actually like to set up my shipping rates for my Shopify stores. For you guys, some of the other important things which you guys need to set up before you start selling. So for us to do that, first thing you need to do is actually enable Shopify payments and any other local payment providers in your country. So what I like to do is go on to settings and then go click on payments. And then basically, as you can see over here, if your country has Shopify payments available, you can actually just click on complete account setup. And this you'll have to fill in some more details such as your local tax ID, and it will be set up automatically. This is basically how you'll be paid after you get an order. Secondly, you can set up the PayPal Express checkout if you guys like. Thirdly, if there's any other third-party providers you guys want to use to accept payments in your countries, you can do that by selecting this specific option. For payment capture, make sure it's always on automatically capture payments for orders, so that making sure that you actually have that payment receiving. Now we will be updating the currency on your store. So to do that, click on general, and for your store currency, make sure it's in US dollars. And finally, this is something which we need to do, is basically update the domain. So as you guys can see right now, all your Shopify store comes with a .myshopify.com domain. As you can see, this is not very professional. Many of the dropshippers still use all of these Shopify domains. I would highly recommend that you guys go ahead and buy a new domain. Whatever the domain is, just type in and see if it's available. Usually I like to see whether my domain is available even before I start my brand. So you can actually go ahead, and it's only $14 US. It's worth the investment, and it's for 1 year. So make sure before you guys go live, you actually buy a domain for your store. Now we will be adding some more applications to your Shopify store. So for us to do that, click on apps, visit the Shopify store, and we'll be downloading a reviews app onto my Shopify stores, and this is the exact one I use. It's called Ali Reviews. I'm in no way whatsoever sponsored by these guys. This is just the application I use. As you guys can see, there's a 7-day free trial, and from there on it's a $9.90 monthly app. I know there's a couple of free ones as well on the Shopify app store, but I've never used them, mainly because this is the one which I've been using for the whole time, and this is quite clean. I like to make sure my store looks quite authentic and quite branded. So as you can see, this is the whole application UI. So what you need to do is you go on to manage reviews, get review, import from Aliexpress. And again, this is basically where you go ahead onto your Aliexpress link and you paste it here. As you can see, this specific product on our Aliexpress doesn't have any reviews, so make sure you go through listings, which has got reviews on their Aliexpress listing, and then you just copy and paste the link, and accordingly you can update those reviews. So this is the application I like to use very quickly. Final application which we will be downloading is called Vitals. So Vitals is again not sponsored by them. This is the app which I like to use. It's got a couple of features which I'll show you now. This is the very first one over here. It's got a 30-day free trial. So as you guys can see, the virals is being set up automatically. You don't have to do anything. There's a free trial for 30 days, and then you click on start free trial. So as you guys can see, we're back on the dashboard for Whitehills. There's quite a few applications you guys can use. I actually like to use, currency converters. It's quite good, when you have selling in different countries. Sticky add to cart. I like to use pop-ups as well, sometimes product bundles. So what I would recommend each and every single one of you is to actually, go ahead with all of these different applications and select the ones which are more suitable towards your specific store, and basically look around and see whichever one you like. Now, the very last step would be actually to go ahead and make sure your store is live. And for us to do that, you click on this specific thing. You got to disable the password and you click save. Perfect. So congratulations on creating your very first Shopify store. This is the exact strategy I used to create my own dropshipping stores. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. And finally, I will be coming up with more such videos on personal finance, investing, and e-commerce. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you get notified when those videos come out.